Good morning again, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and this is going to be a fun fact about law. And a lot of people think they understand what the law is about. Turns out there's an opportunity for you to better understand, chances are, because I have not heard anybody talking about this particular fun fact, but here it goes. A lot of people think the law is the paragraph that describes what has happened or what fits a behavior or decision or activity, an event that happened. That's not entirely true. And here's the opportunity. So a law is actually that which is used to document and prosecute a choice or behavior after the fact, after it has actually happened. And that behavior is defined by something different than the paragraph, than the symbol itself, the text. It's defined by damage outside of a contract, but more importantly, it's defined by malicious intent, usually. And although I should say that there are also crimes that involve negligence, where something was an accident, somebody did not intend to do something damaging, but it became damaging. So it's actually two parts. There's the input and the output. That's how I look at it. You have motive, that is the reason somebody did it, and the effect that it had, cause and effect. And these are actually, interestingly, the only things that are needed to define a crime and to say that something has taken place. Was there damage outside of a contract, is your question. After which you can ask the further question, was it intentional? Was it malicious? Did this person know what they were doing and they did it anyway? Because that tells you what to do about it. But really the emphasis here is, in this video, a crime can not have a word, actually. Consider before we had such, full legal definitions and whole big books about it, there were very few crimes on the books, and before that there were no books. So it's actually true that you can commit a crime nowadays for which there is no law yet. No law and no description yet. But it is a crime nonetheless. This is very interesting, I think. So you can actually do something that is damaging outside of a contract. It is a crime, therefore, and the laws are then reviewed by appropriate law enforcement people in the courts to decide what fits so that they know what to do about it. They don't have to start from scratch as far as how to prosecute, what are appropriate consequences. It's for efficiency and convenience, really, that we have laws written down. But it's not necessary. And on the flip side of this whole idea, to roll out the laws prematurely, that is before something has happened, before somebody has actually done something damaging outside of a contract, is a gamble, and it is potentially a crime on the part of an authority. It's a crime on the part of your administrators if they are preempting your behavior with symbolic rules, because you have not committed a crime until you have committed a crime. That's why. Up until that instant, that moment where you actually do a thing, where it can be said that it has been done, you have not committed a crime, or the one in question, that is. So in conclusion, last thing I want to say, and this is a huge opportunity for people to better understand what laws actually are for, what their intention is, what is reflected by our founding documents in the United States, which detail rights and regulations, legal rights that create the judicial system that we have, the whole branch of our government that is involved in regulation and criminal prosecution, to understand that these documents reflect a reality, a deeper, unwritten reality that is stated actually in the documents themselves. These truths are self-evident. They are inalienable. That means that you can destroy the documents themselves and the rules remain because they are working aspects of a civilization that have been discovered, not invented. There is a difference, and that's a lot of words. It's a complex idea, but what it comes down to, in summary, a crime hasn't happened until it's happened. And it's not a crime because it happens to fit some number of symbols. It's a crime because it was damage outside of a contract. And then you can ask the follow-up question, was it intentional? Was the person knowledgeable? After which you can decide effectively what to do about it. Education isn't an option for people who already knew, because they already knew. But if it was ignorance, if you ask me, ignorance is a great excuse. Once, maybe once, at least. I'll even give you 2 tries. I'll give you a second chance for ignorance. People don't learn instantly. You can't expect them to. People make mistakes. It's part of the growing process and growing up, hopefully, where you become more responsible. And it's very helpful, I think, for people to remember in general that laws are aimed for improvement. The goal is to improve the quality of life for everybody in the community, not to beat people down, not to scare people, not to be unfair and mean, not to deter them necessarily, but to streamline the process of handling mistakes when they occur. That's why they're called correctional agents. Correctional officers, the corrections department, the operative word here is corrections, correcting a mistake. Reach out if you like with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com.